Every year, archaeologists uncover discoveries that force us to question everything we thought we knew about human history. But 2024 was different. This year brought revelations so groundbreaking, they're literally rewriting textbooks and challenging our most fundamental assumptions about ancient civilizations. From the world's oldest bread that predates agriculture to DNA evidence that overturned centuries of beliefs about ancient rituals, these discoveries are shaking the archaeological world to its core. Prepare to have your understanding of history completely transformed. In 2024, researchers analyzing 15,000-year-old human remains from Morocco uncovered evidence that completely challenges one of archaeology's most fundamental assumptions. The discovery centers on a group called the Ibero-Maurusians, Stone Age hunter-gatherers who lived in North Africa. Analysis of their bones and teeth revealed something extraordinary. They ate a predominantly plant-based diet for millennia without ever developing agriculture. This finding shatters the traditional narrative that plant-based diets inevitably lead humans to grow their own food. For thousands of years, these hunter-gatherers thrived on wild plants, processing and preparing them in sophisticated ways, but never made the leap to cultivation. The research team analyzed bone chemistry and dental wear patterns from remains found in Grotte des Pigeons cave in Morocco. The results showed these ancient people consume massive quantities of wild plants, roots, seeds, nuts, and tubers, making plants their primary calorie source rather than meat. What makes this discovery so revolutionary is the time frame. These hunter-gatherers maintained their plant-heavy diet for over 3,000 years without any pressure to develop farming. This directly contradicts the long-held belief that heavy plant consumption naturally drives humans toward agriculture. The implications are massive for understanding human development. If hunter-gatherers could thrive on plant-based diets without farming, it means the agricultural revolution wasn't driven by dietary necessity as we believed. Other factors, perhaps population pressure, climate change, or social development, must have motivated the shift to cultivation. This discovery forces us to reconsider one of humanity's most important transitions. The move from hunting and gathering to farming may not have been the inevitable progression we assumed, but rather a complex cultural choice influenced by factors we're only beginning to understand. It proves that human development followed far more diverse pathways than traditional archaeology suggested. In 2024, Dr. Martin Sweatman from Edinburgh University announced that the mysterious V-shaped carvings on Pillar 43 represent the world's oldest known solar calendar, and it records a cosmic catastrophe from 13,000 years ago. This isn't just any calendar. The carvings show a sophisticated lunisolar system tracking 12 lunar months plus 11 additional days, precisely following the movements of sun, moon, and constellations. But most shocking of all, it appears to record the exact date when comet fragments struck Earth around 12,850 years ago. The comet impact that this calendar documents triggered the Younger Dryas period, a 1,200-year mini ice age that wiped out megafauna and may have fundamentally changed human civilization, potentially driving the development of agriculture. Even more incredible, these ancient astronomers understood precession, the wobble in Earth's axis that affects how we see constellations. This discovery predates the documented discovery of precession by Greek astronomer Hipparchus by over 10,000 years. The calendar also depicts the Taurid meteor stream, showing it lasting 27 days and emanating from specific constellation directions. This represents incredibly sophisticated skywatching knowledge from people we thought were simple hunter-gatherers. These stone carvings prove that complex astronomical knowledge, precise calendars, and cosmic event recording existed thousands of years before we thought civilization was capable of such achievements. In 2024, archaeologists at Çatalhöyük uncovered what they're calling the world's oldest bread, and it's 8,600 years old. But here's why this discovery is so shocking. This bread predates the development of agriculture as we understand it. According to traditional archaeological theory, bread making should have come after humans learned to cultivate crops. This fermented, unleavened bread tells a completely different story. Dr. Ali Umut Turkan who led the excavation, made the discovery in what they call Space 66, an area of interconnected adobe houses accessed through roof doors. Near a destroyed oven structure, they found a palm-sized spongy residue containing wheat, barley, and pea seeds. Advanced analysis at Necmettin Erbakan University revealed something extraordinary. This wasn't just any bread, it was fermented but unbaked, preserving ancient starches that survived 8,600 years buried under protective clay layers. "We can say that this find is the world's oldest bread," Turkin announced. "It's a miniature version of a loaf. It hasn't been baked but has fermented, preserving the starches inside. Such an example hasn't existed until now." The implications are staggering. If hunter-gatherers were creating complex fermented bread 8,600 years ago, it means they possessed sophisticated food processing knowledge long before they became farmers. This challenges the entire timeline of human culinary development. Çatalhöyük was already famous for being one of humanity's first urban centers, home to 8,000 people during the Neolithic period. But this bread discovery adds another layer. These weren't just early city builders. They were accomplished bakers experimenting with fermentation techniques thousands of years before we thought possible. This single piece of bread is forcing archaeologists to completely reconsider how and when humans developed complex food technologies. For over a century, archaeologists believed they had Stonehenge figured out. The massive stones came from nearby England and Wales. But 2024 brought a discovery that shattered this assumption and revealed connections across ancient Britain that seemed impossible. The altar stone, the massive 6-ton sandstone slab lying at Stonehenge's heart, doesn't come from Wales as believed for 100 years. It comes from Scotland, specifically from the Orcadian Basin in northeast Scotland, over 450 miles away. Anthony Clark from Curtin University led the groundbreaking research. Using advanced mineral analysis, his team examined the age and chemistry of tiny mineral grains within altar stone fragments. The results were shocking. When we first got the data, I looked at it and said, "There's no way this can be so distinctly Scottish," Clark revealed. But the evidence was undeniable. The stone's mineral fingerprint matched Scottish rock formations perfectly. This discovery completely changes our understanding of Neolithic Britain. How did ancient people transport a 6-ton stone over 450 miles around 2600 BCE, long before the wheel reached Britain? The most likely explanation is maritime transport. Ancient Britons would have needed sophisticated boats and navigation skills to move such massive cargo along Britain's coast. This implies advanced seafaring capabilities and long-distance trade networks that we never knew existed. But the implications go deeper. The Scottish origin of the altar stone proves that Neolithic communities across Britain were far more connected than previously imagined. They shared architectural knowledge, traded precious materials across vast distances, and coordinated massive construction projects. As co-author Dr. Robert Ixer explained, "This is genuinely shocking, but if atomic physics is correct, then the altar stone is Scottish." The work prompts important questions about how and why this stone was transported over 700 kilometers to Stonehenge. This single stone is rewriting the story of ancient British civilization, revealing a level of sophistication and connectivity that challenges everything we thought we knew about Neolithic society. These 5 discoveries from 2024 prove that human history is far more complex and surprising than we ever imagined. From bread-making hunter-gatherers to ancient Scottish seafarers, from Maya twin mythology to plant-based Stone Age societies and prehistoric astronomers, each finding forces us to abandon old assumptions and embrace new possibilities. The most important lesson? We've barely begun to understand our ancestors' true capabilities. What other revolutionary discoveries are still waiting beneath our feet?